Ciao ragazzi, my name is Anthony. Welcome back to Inter Worldwide. It's probably going to be a little bit loud and I apologize for that, but I'll just speak quickly and I'll use an assertive voice. Inter finish third in Serie A for this season. We are going to finish third behind a brilliant Napoli side, a more consistent than not Lazio in the end under Maurizio Sarri, rightfully so. Inter take the third spot and Milan will take fourth. Those four sides will represent Italy in the Champions League next season. Napoli, who will be in pot 1, Inter in pot 2, Milan, I believe, go into pot 3, or they might share pot 2 with us. I don't think that they will, though. And Lazio are most likely going to get pot 3 or pot 4, given their low coefficient rank in Europe altogether. It turned out to be a successful season, albeit you should always aim to win the Scudetto at the start of the season, and if not, then you're always looking at the season thinking what could have been or what could not have been. But it was over way before it began. Way before it began. And because of that, we had to readjust expectations time and time again. And when you readjust expectations, all you can do is look ahead to your next best game or your next fixture. And more often than not, we were left hanging. 12 defeats. 1-2, 12. It's way too many points to cough up. You cannot be losing 36 competition points like that. You cannot be losing 36 competition points to defeats in the season. And I'm hoping that that'll never happen again for as long as I have to see it, but it probably will. That being said, when you collect 2 domestic trophies in the Supercoppa and the Coppa, it's... Sorry, I've got a lot of heroes around my area when it comes to driving. Way too many. When you collect both pieces of domestic silverware, it's still a season where you had 2 celebratory days, and we are in a Champions League final. As I'm recording this, it's minus 7 days until the Champions League, and I am absolutely pumped. I'm going to hope to put out a piece of content pretty much every day leading up to this Champions League final, and then try and do some collaborating as well with some people. To finish third with 2 of the domestic trophies, to make the Champions League final, and to go into next season's Champions League with Juve finishing out of the top 4 is a successful season. It really is. And I hope that this team, the majority, if not every single one of them, stays together. I want them to stay together. I think that there's a couple of players that we can afford to cash in on, like Dumfries. But I would like Lautaro to stay. I would like Brozovic to stay. I would like everybody to stay. And for us to get 2 or 3 extra pieces in. I would be fine with Correa leaving. Gagliardini needs to go. Handanovic needs to go, although he was quite good today. D'Ambrosio needs to go. I'll do more content on who needs to stay and go soon. But it's a feeling of relaxation. I forced myself to stay awake just to see us kick the ball off. And then within 5 minutes, I was off to bed. So, congrats to us for making the top 4. Congrats to us for being in a Champions League final. And congrats to us knowing that our full-blown survival mode once again succeeds. And I think it will keep getting easier from here in the short term. I think that the hardest parts of our struggle and suffering behind the scenes and on the books are behind us. And we have collected all the domestic silverware along the way, along with a Champions League final. There's nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about. Forza Inter Worldwide. I'll see you tomorrow.